Hey friends, Tammy here. I am going to refinish this beautiful old oak table into something more beautiful. First step of any project, grab coffee, stand back and contemplate. Okay, let's do it. Okay, so you need to decide what grit of sandpaper you're going to use. For this, I'm going to use 80 grit because I want to get rid of the whole finish. I want to take it right down to a nice original light oak color. So I'm going to go with an 80 grit sandpaper. The lower the number, the coarser the grit. Is that a word? It is today. And then work my way up to 220, which will give it a nice finish. So we're going to start with 80. And again, I am no expert by any means. This is not the best way. It's just my way. So let's go. Okay, quick update. I've been at this for about a half an hour with the 80 grit sandpaper. As you can see, it is just becoming this beautiful light oak color, and I gotta say it's almost cathartic watching the grain reveal itself as I go. So anyway, probably another hour to go, and this should be a thing of beauty. Okay, so that's after a little bit longer than I had expected with the 80 grit sandpaper. It took me a good couple hours to get to this point, and now I'm just going to go around and do the edge with the 80 grit as well, and then I'll go to 120 and then 220, and then we'll do the wax. Okay, so it's a little bit tricky when you're sanding the edge because the palm sander is a little bit aggressive. I went to a 120, and then you want to make sure you're doing long fluid movements. I'll show you in a second. You don't want any sudden stops and starts because you'll get a ridge. So I'll show you. Obviously I'm going to keep going, but I keep running my hand along it to make sure I'm not leaving any ridges. Okay, so we had to move things inside because it's way too windy outside. I have wiped the table down with a lint-free cloth, and now we're just going to start using the wax, the liming wax by Fusion Mineral Paint. Okay. Full disclosure, I have never used this before. And you just rub it on, and you can see how the white is going into all the grain. It's pretty cool, actually. Look at that, that's beautiful. Oh my gosh, this is gonna be so nice. And I think the key with this stuff is that you just keep building up the layers until you get the desired, oh, well, liming effect. It almost looks like a pickled effect. Oh, is that ever nice? Okay, so I've started using the wax, and at first I thought that I would have to go with the grain, but I don't think it matters, and I think it's actually a little bit nicer if you don't, if you do like a swirling motion, because that way it gets into everything a little bit better. Because of the light color of the wood, this isn't as noticeable, but I think as I build coats, it will show up a little bit more. I have seen online that you can open the grain a little bit more by using a wire brush, but I feel like that would be a little more rustic than what I'm after. So I decided not to do that. But see, you can see there the wax getting into that grain. And it's just giving it just such a nice, nice light finish, and it's protected as well. So I'm going to keep doing this, and we'll see how it turns out. Okay, we're done the wax. I took the leaf out because this is how it's going to be most of the time. And I am in love with this finish. It is just so soft and feminine, and I can't wait to put something pretty on it. Like, look at how pretty that will be. And then you can show the bottom. We are going to do the Fusion Mineral Paint in casement on the bottom after a good cleaning and a little bit of sanding. So stay tuned. Okay, so it's the next day, and now we need to tackle the base. As you can see, it is kind of gross. This is from all the lovely feet resting on it, I guess. And here. Okay, so I'm going to spray it with some TSP, let it sit for 10 to 15 minutes, give it a little scrub with this, and then rinse it off. And then when it dries, I'll give it a good sanding, and it'll be ready for the Ultra Grip Primer. Alright, so I've let the TSP sit, and I gotta say, the disgusting grime is coming off pretty easy. Wow. Look at that. If you compare that to that one, that works really well. So I'll just keep going. Okay, so I'm finally at the point where I get to paint my table base. So far I cleaned it with TSP, sanded it lightly, and then I primed it with the Fusion Ultra Grip Primer, which is actually, goes on milky and then it dries clear. And now I am going to paint with the Fusion Mineral Paint Casement. I've already done the underside of the legs, and now I'm just going to paint the rest of it the first coat, and we'll see how it goes. Okay, I'm all done the base. As you can see, it's nice and white. I've got 3 coats of the Fusion Mineral Paint Casement on the base, and now I just have to paint the skirt. Had to wait till I had the table put back together. I'm leaving it a little bit apart just so I don't get any paint gathering in the joint here. And I've already painted the leaf, but I won't be using that anyway, so that's we'll leave that out for now. Alright, so I'm just going to get another 3 coats on here, and then it will be all done. Okay, so it's all done. I finished painting the skirt, and I also did a little bit of wax on the feet over top. You can't tell, it just gives it a little more durability because people's feet will be resting on that. And that's it. Okay, so thanks for watching and following along. Let me know what you think, and if you have any other fun ideas of stuff to try. I'm going to be tackling lots of projects in the next coming weeks or months, so make sure you subscribe and follow along.